Today, we need to talk about the Golden State Warriors, who have a massive problem, one that nobody else in the NBA has, but it is a big deal.
Because if that happens, I'm not even trying to be hyperbolic. You literally might as well just blow the whole team up. Sincerely, you might as well just trade Curry, Draymond, Jimmy.
So what I didn't get into that I think in the periphery is a small factor potentially is that Joe Lacob is just like eternally in love with Jonathan Kuminga.
With Media Day and training camp right around the corner, you would think every team's roster would be established. Well, unless you're the Warriors, we are in the middle of September and they are still in a stalemate of contract negotiations with Jonathan Kuminga. As a result of this, they only have 9 players on the roster, so this begs the question, is Kuminga worth all this trouble?
Oh, hell no!
Is Kuminga a bad player? No, he's not, but he's shown over his career that he's not a good fit with the Warriors system. Kuminga is a bad shooter from deep, he doesn't have a mid-range game, he's below average to bad as a passer and playmaker, he gets tunnel vision a lot. Defensively, he's below average despite having the physical tools to be a positive defender, but he's not a positive on this end because his effort is always up and down. Kuminga is a low field player that needs the ball in his hands to be his most effective, but Steph and Jimmy Butler will have the ball most of the time and you're not taking the ball out of their hands. Plus, Draymond initiates a lot of their offense, and despite being a worse scoring threat than Kuminga, he's a way better passer and obviously is better defensively. So you would think with Kuminga being a ball stopper, score first player that doesn't provide much else, it's clear Steve Kerr has little trust in him, and it's been reported multiple times that Kuminga wants to leave. So you would think the Warriors would do a sign and trade and let Kuminga go somewhere else and start fresh, but no, Warriors owner Joe Lacob doesn't want to do that. Now, before we get into the rest of the video, I would appreciate it if you could like the video as it helps the video perform better in the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe. According to Anthony Slater and Shams, the Warriors rejected a sign and trade offer from the Kings that would have gave them Malik Monk and the first round pick, and the trade offer from the Suns for Royce O'Neal and second round compensation.
How do you do that? How do you do that?
Malik Monk is a better and more impactful player than Kuminga. Now, do the Warriors need another guard? Not really. And Monk is also a negative defensively like Kuminga, but at least Monk would provide them a real rotational player that can be another ball handler and can create offense for himself and for others to take some of that load off Steph and Jimmy Butler. Also, Malik Monk can play well off the ball and has a higher feel for the game, unlike Kuminga, and they would get a first round pick, which is unheard of in sign and trades. With Royce O'Neal, yes, Kuminga is more talented, but Royce would give the Warriors a real rotational player and he's a way better fit. The Warriors need wing help. O'Neal is a knockdown shooter from deep on solid volume, he's a solid connective passer, he's above average defensively, he can defend shooting guards and small forwards. The fact Joe Lacob butted in and did not let Mike Dunleavy take these deals is blasphemous, but this isn't the only time Lacob has blocked a deal because of how delusional he is about Kuminga. In the same article by Slater and Shams, apparently, a few years ago, Joe Lacob voiced that he was unwilling to include Kuminga in a proposed trade from the Bulls for Alex Caruso.
Nigga, what?
What Lacob is doing when it comes to Kuminga is when an owner gets way too involved in roster decisions. Joe Lacob needs to take off his rose-covered glasses when it comes to Kuminga because he's not the player he thinks he is or can be someday. His unwillingness to give up on Kuminga has affected the Warriors' ability to build a legit contender around Steph in the last few years of his prime, and is currently not letting the Warriors sign the free agents that have been waiting for months to sign with them. I appreciate you watching the video. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Let me know in the comments your thoughts about this Jonathan Kuminga situation. See you on the next one.